Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Renegade was feeling his oats the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement, not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Powers through the defender. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they're able to get him down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And the Seminoles get it past the sticks.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. Give to Brown. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Direct snap. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And the Noles want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
Finds his man enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After that last loss loss. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001, when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on 1st down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd down coming up. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback extends the play. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The give to the fullback. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody in the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
Handoff to the single back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a 4th down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah.
Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
It's complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Push down for the tackle.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Getting some heat. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Knowles in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense, quick tempo. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games and single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get...
Looking for a deep man. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll take another shot here. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. The 20. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll go to the draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they arrive. Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun on third down. Throws for the tight end. And is picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Dances away to buy time. Gets rid of it. This time on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On second down, wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's got the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game.
Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the...
by the running back.
Side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt it.
He'll take the deep shot. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Looking for more room. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen window.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
The old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space too out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
That's caught. It's Hawkins. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They'll go with a direct snap. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the single back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Got it past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity.
Going deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
Snap it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. The inside handoff. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
A lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, like when it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the 1st down. Great job on the offensive line, creating some space and getting the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. At the 40, there he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he gets gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Snap in the shotgun. Steps away to find some room. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Gators will hustle to the line. On the move. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? You keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the fourth quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Got a man. It's McCoy. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. We got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. That's reeled in. It's Baxter. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now they'll run the draw. Still running up the 40. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expected pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
And the Gators have this offense rolling. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They're bringing heat. He's going to take off.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. On the move. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Okay, Justy, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive, now first down from the 39. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Using the quick game. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. It's a pretty good day.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Catch in the middle. It's Crosby. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Florida! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Now that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. And now the job trying to hang on to this 1-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McMillan. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to move it through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Noles come to the line in the hurry out. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.